All right, hold
Yeah, yeah.
on.
I'm wondering if it shows up on like my stuff.
Yo. What's up? What's up? Yo, what's up, what's up, everybody? I said, what's up? What's up, everybody? Yo. Today, man, I'm feeling ready, feeling good, ready like Freddy. Nah. So, today is the 120th episode, and you know it. And I love this shit. I'm addicted to it, you know. So, welcome to the In Your Face, yo. And I'm here with my main man. You know, he's from my field of work. He's from my domain. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We come across each other's paths every now and again. You know, we say what's up. We say hi, what's up. You know what I'm saying? This is Mr. Bryan Silverbax.
What's up,
What's
man?
up?
I'm happy to be here.
What's up with you, man? How you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I honestly like it's for anyone that watches this later, like it's Saturday at about 8 o'clock, and I wish I was out doing cool shit, but I'm not. Like I'm at home getting work done and doing research and stuff like that. But whatever, you gotta grind, right?
Hey, I've been grinding, sleeping, and grinding. More grinding. Shit. Hey, I take it. I feel ya. All we do is grind, baby.
Yeah,
Grind and
but you
let
got
the
to be
beast.
careful, man. You grind too much, and then you're gonna wear you'll be gone. Like you will have grinded yourself out. So I think strategic grinding. You can't just grind just for the sake of grinding. I think you have
Oh
to
yeah.
grind with an objective. Like you have to. I see that. Here's the path to get there. I will grind through that. But just grinding just to grind, you're just next thing you know, you're out of shit to grind.
Oh yeah. See, I tell you my secret to grinding. You know what I'm saying? You know, my secret to grinding is I go through. I go back to a long time ago to all the stuff that I went through, all the bad stuff, and I use that as a way to use that as fuel to grind for more.
Have you shared those things with your audience before, like the stuff that you used for motivation?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They know big. My audience they love when I tell my stories.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, for help, like if you and I were both, I'm cultivating my stuff, you're cultivating your stuff, and what people really enjoy is getting to know the person. So the people that watch me and follow me, they're like, I can identify with why Brian's doing that, where he came from, and all this stuff. And then so you have the same thing. So I think that there's a huge amount of loyalty in your. I don't like calling them followers, but just people that support you if
hmm
they know more about what you're just like what you're bringing to the table. So I'm all about sharing, and some people aren't.
well, see, you know what I'm saying. I tell you a little bit, even though people know more about it. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit more. I tell you. Well, I bring a very passionate, aggressive type of mentality. You know what I'm saying?
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about what I do. You know, I'm
Okay, well,
passionate about the
no.
show.
I'm gonna make you get specific. See, in acting class, when we're doing exercises and
Oh
stuff, and
yeah.
you just say like, uh, I just want to be chill or whatever. Or I just want her to leave the room. You have to be very specific in why you're doing the things you're doing and the decisions that you're making. Because if you leave it vague, it's less informed. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
when I ask you, what are you passionate about? I want specifics. What are you passionate about? Not just what you do, but what the fuck is it that you're passionate about that you do?
Oh yeah. I'm passionate about, man, going out there and fucking doing the in your face show, man, because it gives
So
me
you're
that
passionate
rush.
about making this show all it
Yeah.
can be.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Entertaining the folks, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Putting my foot up people's asses, letting them know, look, get up, reach your goals, man. Time to get up and fight. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, not doing it in a mean way, but pushing you to the point
Yeah,
to
yeah.
where pushing you to the point to where you have no limits. Because at the end of the day, if you don't push yourself, it's good that somebody's pushing you. But if you're not pushing yourself, man, you ain't
Well,
got nobody, and you ain't got no pushing you.
I I I have found in my personal life. So recently I've gone through a divorce and all kinds of other cool shit that people go through. And I live alone and I don't have a full-time job that I go to. Like it's just me drawing pictures and shit at home, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't have I don't answer to anybody. So I don't have anybody driving me. Like I sometimes I feel like I feel like a piece of shit. Like I just want to take the day off, but I need somebody there sometimes to be like, "Yo, you don't you can go you go do some stuff, man. You can't take the day off." Like I miss having somebody to like your road dog, like someone that's like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, what are you working on? What are you doing? Go out there and get that shit." I don't have that person in my life at the moment. And
Well, see,
so without that person, you have to be very, very strong on the inside to keep
yeah,
yourself going when there's no one there helping you.
yeah, yeah,
And
and
so
you know
what
what's
you're
crazy?
doing is you're providing the help to the other people that are
Hell
that
yeah,
have that desire. You're the guy kicking them.
hell yeah. Kick your ass, nigga. Come on, man. Because this is the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always, going out my way for people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always willing to do that. I love people. I love to make them smile. I love to make them happy. I love to fucking make them joyful. Just get them out that
Yeah.
mood, that
I
sad mood.
I
You know what I'm
100%
saying?
know that what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it's like me as a person, I wanna bring joy to people's lives. I wanna make sure that there's that sparkle in your eye that you never had. I want to bring that to people. I want to make sure that people are living their best life, but in a happy way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In a good way.
dude, that what you're describing and that exact feeling that you're describing is the same reason that that's what same thing I want. And
Hmm.
when I
Hmm.
start to get positive feedback, like Brian, watching you do such and such has motivated me to start doing such and such. And I'm like, holy shit, like that's amazing. Like, I don't give a shit if you ever buy anything that I worked on. The fact that
Hell yeah.
I'm doing this stuff and I'm telling everybody about it, and you're like, dude, I can fucking do that. And then you go do that, and then you tell me that I helped you in that decision making process. Dude, I'm on cloud nine when that shit happens, man.
Hell yeah. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't have that, man. A lot of people don't have that person that's like, dude, get back to basics, get back to what you're doing. And a
Right.
lot of people, they have those people in their lives where they're like, man, you can't do it. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. I had that. I had so many haters in my life. Trust me, I know. But that's why I say it takes it takes it takes dedication. It takes diligence. You
Yeah,
know.
but honestly, here's the thing that I tell people that if they want to be successful in anything mildly creative, all right, there's a couple of things you have to know. You're never going to be the best, and you're never going to be the worst. That's just so you're not going to be either one of those things. So just wash that out of your brain and do the three T's. You got to be teachable, tenacious, and talented. And in
Hmm.
that order, you have to be teachable first. And then you
Hmm.
have to be tenacious. That's that go getter. That's that go. I need to that grinding. That's that. And then talented. That's the third. Because with the talent can be overcome with the two other things Are you teachable? Are you tenacious? So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to hire this person that is very, very skilled in your field, but he is a complete asshole and he acts like he knows everything, or this person who's a little less talented, but just wants to learn and wants to help and wants to grow with you, this person's going to get hired even though they're not as talented as this person. And
Right.
people have to remember that shit, man.
Well, see, and that's the thing, you know. Like we live in a society where you have just one thing, and as you stick to that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to work like that. It's
Yeah.
like, for example, somebody was a couple people told me you gotta have a niche. You gotta have a niche. Well, why not have multiple niches? Why
Well,
not have?
hold on. Before you get too far into that, there's a lot of truth in that to get started. Because what it
No, no,
takes,
I know.
we have to get
Hmm.
traction in our creative endeavors. So it does help to be focused on a niche market or a niche concept to get the ball rolling. And then you can spread your wings and do all the cool shit that you want to. But I do think having a niche is very key to getting started in your creative endeavor.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. You know what I mean by niche. What I mean by multiple niches, right? What I'm talking about like this. I'm not saying that what they're saying is bad. No, no. I take everybody's opinions or creative thought process what they give me, and what I do is I add it. I add some, and I take away the stuff that I don't want to apply to it because it's like okay to mess up the whole thing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So what I do is basically I add a little bit. It's like, for example, it's like taking Wolverine and Superman and adding a character and adding Wolverine's claws to Superman and adding uh, Superman's things that come out his eyes and adding that to Wolverine.
Yeah.
And what do you get? You know, so you get a badass character, overpowered character, but you get a badass character. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, so here's something that we discussed in acting class. I get a lot of tips in acting class because that's the only class I'm currently enrolled in. But what makes art and creativity, what draws people in, is the restrictions that we put on it. I'd much rather it's more interesting to see a painting that only uses 5 colors
Hell yeah,
than to
hell yeah.
see a painting that uses every single color that ever exists, right? So
Hmm.
by restricting and the artist only has those 5 colors, they've got to come up with new and diverse ways to use those 5 colors to figure out how to tell their story or get that emotion out. So when it comes so in acting, like there's certain things that you have to put on restrictions so that dude, I don't know, just restrictions help. Restrictions help.
He was like, dude, I don't know. Restrictions
Yeah,
help.
I'm a bit
Goddamn.
fucking lost in my words because sometimes I just I get so, I'm fucking,
So amped up, amped up.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I start to lose track of where I started. Like, what was I talking about again? Or I start
Yeah.
to lose the original metaphor that I was fucking creating. I'll be like,
Right.
where the hell did we end up on squirrel tails? I don't know.
I do that all the time. I'm like, shit, what I say? Oh well, fuck it. I would just go this way, and then the shit just messed up. I'm like, damn, why did I just say that? It didn't come out right. All right, then I start stuttering and everything. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah, I can't stand that stuttering, the sticky tongue. You know what I'm saying? Sticky tongue, stuff like that. I'm like, damn, and don't do it in the midst of a big ass crowd. They be like, what you saying?
yeah.
Huh? How you? Huh? What you say? I'm like, damn, you are so embarrassed now. You shit. Now you gotta go do it on the fly. Shit, that I hate that shit. But nah, what I'm saying is what I feel like this is that when you're doing when your creativity when you tap into your creativity, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like for comic books, for example, okay? Like a lot of us focus on superheroes, right?
Hmm.
A lot of us are not known for just other things, of other genres, right? We're not known for doing other scripts, you know what I mean? And so what I'm thinking about like this, like That's what I mean by doing other genres. Like for example, I interview writers, singers, rappers, all that.
Hmm.
That's what I mean by being a different genre, didn't being having different niches, being known for multiple things, being
Yeah.
known to do multiple things. It's like Michael Jackson is not just known for his singing. He's known for his dancing. He's known for his soft spokenness. He's known for, you know what I'm saying,
Well, and some
uh
bad shit now, but
but you know what I'm saying, embracing
yeah,
the
I
crowd, you
get what
know
you're
what I mean.
saying. It's the Renaissance man. It's the person that does five or six things to like. Yes, and I think that's the key to not getting bored. Like if I'm, Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan wanted to play baseball. He was already the best at basketball, so he wanted to go
Uh
play baseball. He wanted to go do golf shit. He wanted to be a gambler, but all
huh.
these things that like. Well, now I've already mastered this one. Let's see what else I can do because I feel passionate about those other things. Terry Crews is an
Exactly.
artist, like that's crazy. Like you watch Terry Crews do some of his drawings, and you're like, this
Yeah.
guy's an actor, a football player, a TV
Uh
host, and he can draw shit. Like,
yeah. It's amazing because we like some of my favorite artists, like I did not know that Terry Crews was an artist until I saw some of his art and I was like blown away.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's like a somewhat Picasso in a way.
Well,
A
he's a
young
portrait
Picasso.
artist.
Yeah, like somewhat of a Picasso in a different metaphysics type of way. He does it through people, through doing
Hmm.
designing people and stuff like that. And like that's why I love different type of arts. You know what I'm saying? Not just comics. You know what I'm saying? And so, well, let's skip that. Get into the comics industry, man. I've been thinking, the comics industry. How many years you been in the comic industry, brother?
I started doing comic book stuff in 2019, but I was doing fan art stuff in like 2014, 2013, 2014. I started doing fan art stuff and t-shirt designs.
Uh,
But my Metal Shark Bro was the first cover I ever did for a comic book that was published, and that was in 2019.
yeah, because the first time I saw your art, I remember it was somewhere in I don't I was looking at something like a newsletter. Well, have you ever been in newsletters?
Oh shit, I mean, I've been in Previews magazine and shit like that. Like I wrote my
Yeah,
own comic book. I had it all in. I've done all kinds of
yeah,
shit. So
yeah. Because I know when I see because your art is very distinct. It's very
really,
distinct. Yeah,
I've
because
always
like
I've always thought that I didn't have a style. Like when artists get started, they
uh
have they have artists that they admire their
huh
work, and they can pick their work out of anything else. Like they can always see, oh, that's my favorite guy. That's my favorite guy. And then
uh
as an artist yourself, you're like, well, all of my shit kind of just looks plain. And
exactly
then
like
next thing you know, so you're like, I need a style. I need a style. I need a style.
uh
And you Google like how to do and nothing happens. And then one day you wake up and someone says, dude, I like your style. And you're like, oh shit. I realize
yeah
that all of this stuff kind of looks the same now. I do have a style.
yeah yeah. And see, and this is the thing, you don't like your style comes from your basically your the way you do things, the way your
Hmm.
hand is it comes through your hands. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't
And it
draw with
comes,
my feet.
yeah, it comes, it comes. What I'm saying is, it comes through the way you write. It
Yeah, yeah,
comes
yeah.
through the way you do a lot of the things that you do, right, with your hands, right? It's like, for example, okay, you may draw light, right? I draw dark, right?
Okay.
Now you may be able to flush out the whole body. I'm the one that be like, I have to flush out, like I have to basically do the outline before I do the inside of the body and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which you may have to do shapes to basically
I,
create the
but
whole.
I think, I don't know. I think that is just where you are in your journey on learning how to draw. And I
Right,
don't
right.
learning how to draw is not great. Anybody who puts a writing utensil to a piece of paper and moves it around has drawn, and they're drawing. No one had to fucking teach you that. You are drawing, you are an artist. Now, how
Mm-hmm.
good you get at that is based on how much
Determined.
practice and how much input you get and how much. So, what I don't like is when people say, "Well, I'm trying to be an artist." Well, motherfucker, did you draw something? If you do something, you're an artist. Whether or not
Yeah,
people like it is a completely different story. But don't put your people have a people put themselves down a lot. I,
yeah,
I, I'm
right, right.
I'm a wannabe rapper or I'm a wannabe artist. Like, do you rap? Then motherfucker, you're a rapper. You're just not a well-known rapper. Like people,
Right.
a lot of people, for some reason, don't give themselves enough credit about the cool shit that they're doing, and
Uh-huh.
it's because they're measuring themselves up against the elite. Like
And that,
if every rapper you talk to measures up against like
what's up, Jim?
Jay-Z, and they're like, "Oh well, I'm a wannabe rapper," and well, fuck, if you're measuring up to Jay-Z, like that's a hell of a. No wonder you feel so down on yourself. But you probably in a city, and you could probably be the best one in your city. You could be the best one in your apartment complex. So stop saying I want to be, or I'm trying to be, or one day I plan to be. Like I wish people would give themselves more credit. Is what I really wish.
Well, what you're saying is basically you want people to be more confident, more
Take
honest.
ownership of that shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good to be doing something.
Mm-hmm. And see, and that's the thing too. Bro. That's why I said. That's why I have the attitude that I have. You know what
Oh,
I'm
say hi
saying?
to Jim.
Yeah, I
Jim,
did. I
by the
did. I
way,
just say hi. I just say what's
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Just say
Jim
what's
is
up.
a fantastic artist and a
Hell yeah.
sculptor.
That's what. Yeah, I love his art. I love his art. I love his art. Yes, 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 yes. I've been watching this stuff for years. For
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
years. Yeah. Like like my mentality for being an artist, you know what I'm saying, being a creator, like I created Jarhead. I know you saw Jarhead around. Jarhead, Jarhead, Jarhead. Jarhead, Jarhead, Jarhead. Yeah, I know Jarhead, 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 Jarhead the character. Come
Yeah,
on now. You ever seen it?
dude, honestly, if I'm not going to say that I haven't, but I see a lot of shit. Like people send me stuff all the time and say, "Hey, man, I want to make this a comic book. Hey, look at my comic." And so I get overwhelmed with just the amount of stuff that I don't recognize. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not bad stuff. It's just stuff that I don't recognize.
Well, see, I learned something from I have a wise man once told me, toot your own horn if you have to. Be your own person to validate who you are. Don't wait till somebody brag about your work
That's tough,
to
man. That is a
yeah.
true statement, but it's really hard in a society where we're all about thumbs ups and likes and fucking retweets and shit like that.
Well,
Like
you like
it's
yeah,
hard to just.
well, yeah, see, this is the thing, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of us grow up with the support that a lot of others have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, a lot of people like me, we grew up in a heavy, 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 heavy life of put downs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Motherfucker, I didn't have
and
a cakewalk. I don't know. I
oh,
mean,
I know. That's what
I may
I'm
look a
saying.
complete
People like
white
me.
guy.
No, I'm not talking
No,
about
no, but
skin
I'm
color.
also old as shit.
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is like people like me. Like what I'm saying is like people who come from nothing. You just like you
And
come from nothing. You know what I'm saying?
who
People
feel
who come
different. They don't feel accepted because they weren't in the popular crowd. They didn't play varsity sports. They didn't go to
right.
prom. They were the guys playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons. And or by the same token, the guys that win rock bands are very similar, except they were kind of cool, but not to the cool to the popular people.
Hell yeah.
All the
Yeah.
creative people, all the truly creative people found their outcast group in high school. And
Mm-hmm.
each one was their own outcast group, but they had different levels of coolness. Like some people in band, like they're fucking all about instruments, but they weren't really that cool. The
Right.
rock people were really into the rock and they were good at singing and guitaring and doing all that shit, but they weren't the popular kids. The nerdy guys are playing Dungeons and Dragons and shit, and they're over here. The ROTC, like once we found our creative thing, it you were in a smaller minority. I don't know, man. It was tough.
I mean,
It was
see,
tough to get that positive reinforcement.
yeah, see that. Yeah, I'm true that. Yeah, I feel what you're saying on that. I feel you on that because I mean, unless you came from the hood, haven't you?
I
I know
have
you came from the hood.
I didn't come from like the hood. Well, here's a weird thing. I'm not I never grew up like poor. I grew up in a military household, but we were never really like well off. But we weren't poor like you hear in the rap songs. Like I wasn't that poor. But the first music I ever bought was the first CD I ever bought was Cypress Hill Black Sunday, and when I was like 12, I found NWA or 13,
Mm-hmm.
like 14, and I started playing the shit out of NWA, and I couldn't play that shit at home, but so
Right,
I
right.
grew up and that was my for some reason that type of music spoke to me, and I
Uh
hung
huh.
out with the people that music also spoke to, so it was very different in my presentation and then what I found a fit in. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And see, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a military household too. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a Marine. He was a mortarman and Marines. So that. But I still grew up in the Camden, New Jersey, the lowest of the lows. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really have that much of support when it came to being around that because I wasn't supposed to get out of here. And not a lot of people make it out of the city that I live in.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. They either come out dead or jail or
I mean, is
you
it
know
because
what I'm
their hopes are crushed, or they just don't aspire to be anything better? What do you
saying?
what do you think is the most contributing factor to people not leaving?
Well, when it comes to Camden, where I stay at or where I live, it's a different environment. You know what I'm saying? We know everybody knows us. We know everybody. It's just the fact that Camden itself is not a bad place. It's just that some of the people make it worse, make it look at the way it
Yeah, but you're
is.
not going to
You
get
know what
away
I'm
from that, man. There are
saying?
assholes
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
They just
That's
don't
why I
all
said.
they just all don't look the same. I guarantee you there's assholes in fucking Wisconsin, there's assholes in North Dakota, there's assholes like everywhere has assholes, but they just don't all look the same. So people they get caught up trying to categorize like I don't want to move to that area because there's a whole bunch of assholes. Well, the assholes over there just look different, but there's just as many assholes there.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that um, me settling down, learning, like having a gift and having something to strive for, that was something like I had to rise above this fucking dirt
Well,
because
right
I'm
on,
not
man.
about.
Congratulations to you.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm not afraid to get down and dirty to get where I want. I'm not afraid to stand out. You know what I'm
You know what?
saying?
You know what? Also, like, let's just say, most the biggest part is just trying, man. You may
Hmm.
not be good at it, but you need to fucking give it that you have to try, or else you'll never know. Like, people are so afraid to try something they're not familiar or they're not. If they know that they're not going to be the best at it, some people are just afraid to try stuff, and that's disheartening, man.
Well, see, and that's the thing. When it came to podcasting and when it came to comics and stuff like that, as soon as I put my hand in comics, I was great at it. I was I was good at it. It's just the transitioning from just a artist to a businessman part. That was the hardest part for me
Yep.
because me being a bit like because I was told that when you create something, you now become a businessman or a businesswoman. If you're a girl, you know
Well,
what
we
I'm
can just
saying.
say business person, and we're done with the whole thing.
You now become a business person. You might add, yeah, you now become a business person. So you have now what you call intellectual properties. So now you have to copyright that motherfucking shit, and now you have to make money off of it, and now you have to think of longevity. You have to think of the long haul, not just the fast money, because fast money you're thinking in the artist type of mind frame. Now you're thinking in the business mind frame, which is the long haul, the long money, the long way. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, now it's like, now that I've grown into being a businessman, I can't go back to being an artist like that right now
Yeah.
because I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So I see everything. I see making money into everything, opportunities in everything. That's
You
why.
just
That's
you
why.
just can't be blinded by that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
Oh
want
no,
to
no,
make decisions out of greed. Just
no, 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 not in that manner, but in the manner of
you're
you
aware of
always can. Yeah, I'm aware of making money on every
it.
asset. So I
Yeah.
use every resource in every way to basically better my life, but also better others' lives
Right
around
on.
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
you have a podcast. The one of the best things that you can do is to just spread the knowledge. Like inform other people of the mistakes that you've made. Inform the other people of decisions that you've made that worked out for you. Like passing on that knowledge a lot, that's the probably the best way that you're going to be able to help the most people
hell yeah,
is to
hell yeah,
just share that knowledge, man.
hell yeah. Like, see, and that's the thing. When I do my shows, I always leave them with a educational way of thinking and something to learn from. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because everybody that I've had on the show, they've all was able to educate the people that was watching and teach the people something and to just to get into their mind to be better than what you are and rise above all the
Hell
rubble
yeah,
that you're
man.
under and
Now I'm
stand
gonna
on
I'm
top of
gonna
that
do a
shit.
shameless plug so anybody that watches this can follow Bryan Silverbacks on all the social media stuff. I try to the re- the reason I say that is because I try to keep my feeds very uplifting and very encouraging.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I've been told that some people, like, oh, dude, that's fucking like they really appreciate the kind of stuff that I'm putting out there for them.
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason I bring it up selfishly, but I try to also cultivate sharing and telling people to go get that shit.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, it's always a good thing to encourage people and to tell people, you never know what you can say to brighten a person's day. You
Dude,
never
that
know
is
what you
that
can say.
is the truth.
Yeah, because like somebody could be down and out, and you could say, "Man, cheer up. Everything's gonna be fine, and God bless you." Now, God bless you could rise somebody up and be like, "Damn, that
Yeah.
just made me want to go get it." You know what I'm saying? Or, "Shit, man, I say I love you." That I love you could take somebody from being a fucking poor man and to the fucking richest man in the world, or richest woman in the world. You never know. That
Yeah.
can push
It's all
somebody
about the butterfly effect.
hard.
The smallest little act of kindness can trigger so many but I keep that mentality that you're speaking of always in the front of my mind when I go out and I go to the store, the cash register, or at the restaurant with wait staff. Like I will always do my best to try to make them laugh or try to somehow lighten their day because I know that everyone that they come in contact with isn't don't even give a shit about them most likely.
Right.
So I
Hmm.
try to provide that. Like I want to be the best part of their day that they never saw coming.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I keep telling people, like everything, and somebody's watching. Somebody's watching everything you do. Somebody's watching. Even when you think you're not being watched, somebody's watching. Whether it is important, whether it's not important, somebody's watching and somebody's writing shit down, writing
Yes.
everything you do down, and it'll be brought back up sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to love and treat people with respect, and I try to make people smile every day and just
Yeah,
brighten people's day.
I didn't always fully believe that. Like when I was in high school and stuff, I was a real dickhead. And I was a mean-spirited individual, but I would put other people down to make this group of people I was trying to impress laugh. And dude, that was such, like, looking back on it, such a terrible way to have treated people. And I've reached out to most of the ones that I can remember and apologized for being such a dickhead when I was in high school. But I have seen the error of those ways, and I'm happy to say that in the past, like, I'd say 10, 15 years, like, I've really done a 180 from the type of person that was doing that shit. And I'm glad, I'm just happy to be on the other side.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, man! Like it's always good to wipe the slate clean because you never know when you're going to need that person. You never know when
Yeah,
that
well,
person. You know what I'm saying?
not even in that instance. I genuinely don't want the last memory of somebody interacting with me to be, well, that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that
Hmm.
to be like, I, I I'd rather you say, who is that, than to say the last memory of me is, well, fuck him. I didn't like him anyway. Like, I don't want that to be the last way someone feels about me.
Hell yeah, and that's the thing. That's why it's always good to whenever you're at the conventions. I heard about stories about artists at conventions, how they treat people, and I'm like, man, look, here you did. This is how you handle that. I haven't even been to a convention yet, I know how to handle shit. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I show you. I demonstrate everything. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how I handle it. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? How y'all doing? Da, 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 da. I love your art. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Yeah, yes, Eric. No, but no, it's just how you interject with people, how
Yeah,
you
man.
conversate with people, how you show people love, and how you give them how you embrace them, and that's what I do. I give them all of me, and that's what I want. That's what I love doing. I love to show people who I am because it brings the best out of them to do better, and
Or at least
I
you
don't
hope it
care.
does.
Yeah, hey, at least I hope it do. I mean, hey, because look, I don't care. Like, I want to make sure people are. I want to bring people up. I don't care if I have to give my life up trying to do it. I do what I have to do. You know what I'm
Yep, I do know what you're saying.
saying? So I got a question. I got a question. Got a question. Okay, so
All
how
right, let me
did
put on my hat.
how did um how did the transformation from a military man onto a comic artist? How did that transition?
Oh, you skipped a couple of steps, man. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
So here, I'll give
All
you
right.
the abridged version.
All right.
The abridged version is Brian's in high school. He likes comic books. The internet doesn't exist, and Brian doesn't know how to go anywhere with art, so he stops doing art. He signs up to join the army. He starts making babies. He gets out of the army. He becomes a janitor. Once he's
Well,
a
I mean,
janitor, well, no, I'm taking you all the way through. So, military man, then a janitor, then he's a police officer. And while being a police officer, he starts doing comics. Then he stops doing police officer stuff, and now he's a comic book guy. So that's how we got
okay,
to this moment.
okay, okay. All right. So, how did being in the military translate from being okay? How did
All
going
right. I
into
think
going
I can
from
answer. I'll just make up a question, and then you tell me if it's worth it. What
that question was hard to get out.
what I can take away from, what positive things can I take away from the military that still mold who I am right now?
Right, right,
Are,
right.
are I am always on time, and that's a very military thing, being on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always on time. I will I will always be reliable. Like, my word, like if I say I'm going to do something, and I know that someone else is either depending on it or expecting it, then I will you can count on that to happen. So that's and broader talking is there's a lot of life experience that I got to do in the military by traveling and meeting people from different places and doing shit that I would have never done without joining the Army. Like I bring all of that information and all of those experiences into my head to help me try to be a better person and a better storyteller. How did I learn to draw while being a policeman? All right. So I was drawing. So I'm going to date myself, right? So I graduated high school in 95 or 94. So I graduated high school in 94.
You're skipping the age now. You're skipping the age now.
So this is it's relevant. So in 95, I'd signed up to join the Army. In 95, that's pretty much when I stopped drawing.
Okay.
And then I would draw here and there, but never to get better or to do anything. It was I could always draw better than the people around me, but I was never going to go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? Like you're the guy that draws the best stick figure. So, and then then we fast forward to 2013. All of this time from 95 to 2013, I may have drawn 10 pictures the whole time. But in 2013, I was on patrol. We were driving around, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so we're just like trying not to fall asleep. And then my buddy pulls up. He turns his computer around. He's in another car, and he shows me this picture, and it's Daredevil, but he's naked except for the helmet, and it says Daredevil. And I was like, dude, that's hilarious. And he's like, hey, do you not know about this? I was like, what do you know about what? He said, this is a t-shirt site where people who draw stuff put it on the website and then they can get paid. I was like, holy shit, that's real? So from that moment of knowing that I could somehow turn art into money without being the professional Todd McFarlane or without being Jim Lee, I was like, oh shit, I can make money doing art. So that very weekend, I bought my first drawing tablet. I reinvested in some drawing software, and I started refamiliarizing myself with how to draw because I was not good in 2013, but I hadn't drawn in a long time. So I started doing more and more, and I just kept doing more and more. And then, not that I put this out there a whole shitload, like a whole lot, but in 2013, that's when that started. In 2015, I got a DUI when I was off duty, and I had to stop being a cop at that point. Luckily, I had used the time from 2013 to 2015 to generate forward momentum in my art life. So those 2 years, I was doing conventions. I was making a name for myself. I had made up the name Silverbacks, so now I'm doing that. Like I've got this whole thing moving so that when the DUI happens in 2015, I'm able to already have something and I can start pushing harder onto the art stuff. So in 2015, I like really kicked it up a notch. So that's what's a good question. How did you learn how to draw while being a policeman? So I had a lot of time. I did it in my off days, but just did it in my off time because I didn't have a very good home life, like with my wife and the kids and stuff. Like 2015, my daughter was in high school, so she was not much of a concern about trying to raise her or do shit, changing diapers and stuff. She was in high school, and my wife and I we just coexisted together at the time. So I had a lot of time to myself. So if I wasn't at work, I was probably drinking and or drawing at the time.
Well, yeah, shit. I'm probably drinking Kool-Aid and eating some mac and cheese, eating some chicken.
So that's how we got to that.
Yeah, well, see, we like to do different things while we draw. I mean, because it's a thing, man. Like, I like to drink Kool-Aid, the red kind, the red kind. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
are you talking about like are you talking about scissor or some shit?
I'm talking about the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. But I don't know. It looks to me like you're saying something like innuendo. Like, are you just talking about drinking fucking Kool-Aid, like regular ass Kool-Aid?
Damn right.
Oh,
I'm a
well,
big
I'm
guy. I'm a.
talking about drinking drinky drinks, like fucking 40-ounce malt liquor shit.
Well, not. See, I'm not a drinker though. I'm not a drinker.
Well,
Well, I'm not.
I've always been like ever since I joined the army. I was 20, and 22s were 55 cents on post.
Yeah, that's.
I got 40s of Colt 45 for $1.50, man. And for me, it was a social thing. Like you're trying to fit in. And so ever since then, drinking has been a humongous part of my social. I felt like I was only cool if I was drinking. And I
Right.
felt like when I was drinking, I could act louder and more boisterous, and that got me attention from people, and that was what fed me. So I did a lot of stupid shit, and alcohol was just kind of like the glue between. Oh, you want to feel good? The only way you can do that is to drink and have these people appreciate you because you act like you're a fucking maniac, like you're loud and you're obnoxious, you're entertaining when you
Right.
drink. So what the entertainment like so I've always had a weird relationship with alcohol. And since I didn't really have any good like personal relationships with any other human beings. Like I didn't really have a best friend that genuinely was like had my best interest at heart. You know, you have the ones that you meet and they say you guys are road dogs and everything, but you know that they wouldn't do everything they can for you. You know what I mean? Like, so I haven't had those people in my life. And so I just used alcohol to just cover up the pain. And now here I am, 47, and I don't really drink alcohol that much. I have maybe two friends in the entire world that I talk to on a regular basis. I have a brother, but yet I don't feel the need, like I'm getting by without like having that need for alcohol to go find drug. So we're doing stuff. We're getting older and wiser, I guess.
Hey man, look, I can't drink Kool Aid like I used to. I used to put a whole lot of sugar in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what
There's a lot
I'm
of
saying?
calories, man. You got like I drink
Hell
water.
yeah.
I drink water. That's if I was addicted to soda, like I couldn't. That's just calories upon calories upon
Yeah.
calories.
Yeah. I got me a water right here.
Yeah,
Fiji
I'm
water.
on my second one since we started.
Damn. You know, I've always wondered, you know what I'm saying, what it would be like to what it would be like to maybe, man, get on the like you know those panels at
Hmm.
the big shows and shit. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do those panels, man. I've always wanted to get up there and show out. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna get up there, man. I'm
Well,
gonna
you
get up
have
on
to have something you can offer. So I challenge you to this. Like the reason those panels exist at those shows is to disseminate information to others who want to be where you are. So there's two things you have to do. You have to be where somebody else wants to be, and you have to be able to articulate how you got to where you are. You cannot just say, "Oh, I'm a millionaire because I got a lottery ticket." No one's going to attend your fucking thing because you didn't put in the work. There's no path. There's no
it. All right.
information that you can share. So it's your job to
Hell
inform the
yeah.
convention, "Hey, here's what I do. Here's how I got there. Here's the proof that says that I am who I am. If you'd like me to do a panel, let me know." And you have to be your own advocate to go get that shit done.
Hell
They're
yeah.
not
Hell
going to
yeah.
come find you.
Nah,
That's
see,
just being real. They don't come find me. The only reason I get on panels is because I said, "Hey, do you want me to do a panel?" They're like, "Well, what can you do a panel on?" I said, "I can do a panel on being a fucking cool motherfucker, and I can do a panel on how to grind and do things the way I did." That's all I can give you.
hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I mean, I could do a panel on, you know what I'm saying, getting where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I could do
And
a
then
panel
fucking
on that.
write that shit down, make some bullet points, and say where you started say where you are now, provide a little bit of reference for the whoever the convention people are, and send that fucking email off and say, "Can I do a panel at your show?" Then you get a free pass to the show, and you go do the panel.
Shit. I ain't. You know what? See, we're gonna talk after the show. You gave me an idea.
Yeah,
Um,
Ava's got it
you
right. Like
know.
you have to sell yourself, and
Oh no,
with
no.
this much internet that exists out there, nobody's coming to fucking look for you. I promise. No one's
Oh
coming to
hell
look
no.
for me. No one's coming to look for you. Like you have to find those motherfuckers and tell them who you are.
Oh hell yeah. See, that's my motto. See. We here, bro. We here. See. This. See, I knew why I got you on this show. See, you know
Because
what?
I'm fucking awesome. We already covered that.
I know, but I got to talk about it a little bit more, man. You know, I got to talk about
All
it. You
right.
know.
Keep telling me I'm awesome. I'm not going to stop you.
But not fucking. Nah, see, you know, I sell myself like I'm the best, which I'm the best at what I do. You know, I know. But what I'm saying is that I carry myself like I'm the best. I carry myself as the best, and I carry myself because I am the best, and
No,
that is
you
why.
can't believe that. You cannot believe that.
Why can't I?
Because what did I say earlier? You're never going to be the best and you're never going to be the worst. And if you walk around acting like nobody can tell you shit,
Oh no, oh no. See,
that's not a good way to be, man.
I carry myself like that, but I also know that you still can. There's still
If you
places
carry
still
yourself like
run.
that, that's how others are going to perceive you. And they're not going to approach you because you think your shit doesn't stink. So you have to find this happy ground.
Oh no, oh no. See, bro, that's the one thing about me. See, I'm a very great person to approach. You know what I'm saying? They look at me like, oh, this big, burly guy. You know what I'm saying? Bald headed, big beard. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
look mean.
bald-headed.
Nah, bald headed. You damn right. You know, the bald clad. You know what I mean? But but nah, it's just like, a lot of the guys that I do comics with, they know me. They know I'm the best person to talk to. And they know, hey, I'm
You
more
got to stop
passionate
using
than
the
the.
word the best, man. I think
Well,
you
that's
have to
just
start looking.
me.
You
Look,
you
I
have to start
see.
using the word. I'm a great person to talk to. I'm great at my job. I'm a great listener. Because if you walk around, keep telling yourself you're the best, man, that's how other people are going to be like that motherfucker. He's not. They're gonna. I strongly suggest you start saying you're very good or that you're awesome or you have fun. But if you keep using the word best, you're going to start believing that, and then you're not going to listen to people that are trying to help you.
Oh no, no. I listen to everybody. I listen to everybody that's trying that because I see. Because this is one
I'm
of my
trying to
gifts.
fucking help you right now, and you're not listening.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm listening to everything you're saying.
I'm just
That
kidding.
see one.
But I do.
No, because see one thing about me is that I can decipher bullshit and I can decipher the right shit. One thing that's one thing about me, and that one thing about me also is that I can read through the bullshit
Oh, look at that! You got Ava. Ava's already on your side.
too. But Brian, but tell him he sold himself to me already because he is funny and he's 100 smile and makes me like him. Well, thank you, Miss Ava.
Yeah, look at
You know
that.
you damn right.
But
I
nowhere in
told
there, nowhere in there
you,
did you say you're the best.
Well, see, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I told you they gravitate to the king, baby, the best. No, I'm sorry. But no, I'm just saying, like, that's just me. I like to make people smile. And
So
the thing about it is,
let's boil this all down. That is how you get into conventions. That is how you do panels. Put together this thing, this email, and email it to the convention. Hey, convention person, my name is. Here's what I
such and
do.
such and
Here's how I
such.
got there. I would like to, if you have room for me, I'd like to do a panel on this. Look forward to
Okay.
hearing from you. That's how you're going to get it.
Oh, hell yeah. That's easy. Easy
Yeah.
peasy, lemon squeeze. That's easy. I got that. See, I need to talk to you more on that because, you know what I'm saying, just to get the bullet points down, just to get it all out. Because that, I like to add more. You know what I'm saying? I like to add more, and I like to go for more because there's more out there on the table. I don't like to leave meat on the bone. I like to eat all I can eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
I'm hungry as shit myself.
yeah, you got to be a beast. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I'm gonna tell you one of my accomplishments that I know that one of my accomplishments. I've been only doing this show for 1 year,
All right, stick your chest out when you do this.
and I've accomplished it. I've accomplished my goal of 100 episodes before the year was up.
That dude, first off, just 100 episodes is a feat in itself. Because I was doing podcasting for a long time too. There's a lot of dedication that goes into making podcasts that
Hmm.
nobody's fucking listening to.
Hmm.
And when you start off, nobody gives a shit. No one's listening. You got 2 followers, you got all this, and you're just like, you can lose faith and you're like, man, maybe I picked the wrong thing. So a lot of people won't make it to 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story. Yeah, you know, can I tell
Go
you?
ahead
Look,
and hey, soak in the congratulations from Ben and Ava.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, you know, the king loves it. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But nah, I see. Well, my story came from, you know, I was always told, man, Dan, you know, you can't, you're not good at do this, you know. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm a spiritual person, and
Mhm.
God just kept telling me, you're meant to entertain people. You're meant to fucking be on radio. You're meant to be, you know, out there. So I'm like, okay, man. So he tells me, you know, I didn't know. I was like, man, how do I do this? So I got on the show one day, and I was nervous at the time because
You
I
got
didn't
on
know how.
somebody else's show,
No, I got on my show. I got
so
on. Well,
you had no experience like doing shows. You're just like God came to you and said you're gonna fucking do a show, and you're like, I'm gonna go buy a microphone and some headphones.
and
I'm
just
fucking
do
doing
it.
a show.
Well, actually, I did have experience going on other people's shows at the time. I lied on that. I did have a lot of experience. I did
Okay,
like I want to say 8 shows. I could tell you all the shows that I've been on too. Joe Taliber show. I've been on Indie Volt. I've been on Mark's football Dallas Cowboys Joe Boo show. I've been on I've been on all kinds of shows, man. I've been on the something outside inside show all about Jarhead, and it was some shows where I got 15 seconds to fucking, and everybody else around me got 10 minutes to talk about their books. Man, I aced that in 15 seconds like a boss, man. Talked about Jarhead like a boss and aced it, and I had the hater like hate me. Even one of the hosts hated me because of how I did it.
they hate. I don't understand that
They hated on me because I
because of
handled
how
my
well you
shit.
did.
Yeah, because of how well I did, and I was
They
getting all the
hated.
attention.
Then fuck them.
And I got basically some of his followers came over to where I'm doing. They liked my
Well,
shirt,
real recognize real, man.
and you know what's crazy too is that the way I carry this show is it's very open. Just like you're on the show now, it's very open. You know what I'm saying? It's
Dude,
very open.
I'm going to be very open on a very closed podcast. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care where I'm going. It's going to be the same. That you won't see me on the 5 o'clock news on Fox or NBC or anything because they don't have bleep buttons and shit. So just not going to be me.
Exactly, exactly. That's the way I am too. Like for some reason, people are like you curse too much, but look, that's the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I don't give a fuck. Fuck this, fuckity, fuck, fuckery, fuck.
All right. Well,
You know
you
what
got to
I'm
draw the line somewhere. Like, you can't just like fuck it and say it.
saying?
Because here's the thing, just like in art and stuff, like you have to, the more you do something, the less
Uh huh.
special it becomes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I used to tell my daughter this all the time, like if you eat ice cream every day, you're not good. Ice cream's not the same. But if you eat ice cream when something great happens, you now, not only does the ice cream mean more because you don't get it as often, but now you can tie that ice cream into whatever the event was that caused you to celebrate with the ice cream. So if I use the word fuck and I don't use every other word as fuck, that when I do say the word fuck, you understand exactly how serious I'm being and how much I'm trying to get you to understand the point that I'm making. I
Mm-hmm.
can't use fucking as every other word.
Okay, well, I used a different word, damn. All right, I use
Well,
a
what
different
I'm
word,
saying is
damn.
just that's just something like anytime, like when you're doing anything, the less you do it, the more it will mean when you do it.
Right. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Hold up, Ava. Nah, I didn't take over the show. I didn't know I was doing it. I was just being me. I was just, just introducing the people to Jarhead, and he was like, he took it over. He said, "Fuck this shit." He took it over. He said, "I'm the beast. I'm the boss," and he was like, "Okay, take it over." And people was like, "We want to hear more about Jarhead." They should even say that in the comments. We want to hear more about Jarhead. I'm like, damn. Okay. So I decided, hey, I've seen a lot of people doing it, but I seen a lot of shows with it was so boring because it wasn't no excitement. It wasn't no fireworks. Boom, 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 boom.
You're
What there were the fireworks?
I have seen some shows that just make me want to fucking stick my head in my own ass. Like, it's just so boring. Like, they're just, they ask the same fucking question. How did you get into comics? What's your story about? Like, motherfucker, just, God, talk about something else. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. And see, this is the thing, a lot of people don't know that I'm an artist. That's why it's like I can ask certain questions where it may be controversial, but it's not like I'm being controversial.
Ava wants to know more about Jarhead, and then she's like, "Is this the Bryan Silverback show? I'm interviewing you, trying to get you to talk about your shit." But here we go. So Ava makes a good point.
So are you Jarhead like right now? Is this the Brian's or Jarhead? See, this is my show. This is my show, but I like it when people come in and interview me in a way where I'm interviewing them at the same time because it brings more out of the show and it basically brings me up and it fires me up. I love it.
And don't think I'm ignorant to what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly. I could just sit here and answer your questions, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what I
It'd be
want to
boring.
do is I want Ava and the several people that I can that follow my stuff to be able to find out who you are. And so by not telling you, I'm asking you questions to let the people know more about you.
Hell
And that
yeah.
way we both fucking win.
Hell yeah. And that's why I kept trying to tell people
Oh,
that
she's saying you need to put your name. You need to tell StreamYard to put your name there, so people will know who the fuck you are.
well, see, I gotta get a banner behind me. I'm working on
No,
getting that
you can
getting that
tell. You
soon.
can click on you can click on StreamYard to say display names.
Oh, this banner. Okay, hold on. Let me take this banner
No,
down.
not banner. It says display names.
Display names. Where is that?
It'll be like when you go to brand or branding. There
Right
it is.
there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, that's because I put that name there. This is my host name, my show name, the Swagnificent one. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
All right. Well, you
So
might want to think about what you want people to see. But now she knows that now we've corrected her issue. She knows who you're
yes,
talking about. The swagnificant one.
Swagnificent,
Oh,
Swagnifical. Yeah, Mr. Swagnifical,
all right.
Mr.
I'm gonna have
Swagnificent.
trouble with that. I'm just gonna say you're just dripping with
just
swag.
call me King. Just call me King. That's all. Call me Daniel. Call me Daniel. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everybody get it mixed up. Don't worry about it. But no. I love. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Like comics is my first love, and I
All right.
always have to go back to my first love. And I always love interviewing other comic artists and other people that talks about themselves. Of course. See, I love myself and I sell myself every day. I got merch every day. I got merch out today. Come on and get some merch. Come on. No, just come on and get some merch, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We out here. I told you I was coming with the merch. You know what I'm saying? It's not out yet at the moment, but we will be working on it getting it out soon. So be ready to get that. We got red, we got blue, we got green, all the shirts you want, all the colors. Anywho, back to the subject at hand.
Yeah, you said comic books were your first love.
Yes, sir. Comics was my first love, and I loved it because I love interviewing people that does the same shit that I do, because it shows the people that is watching that is not into comics. It allows them to get to know the comics while they're getting to know the movies that they're watching. They're getting to know the backstory of the movie. You see what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
basically,
I understand the intent. I don't know that
yeah,
you're gonna.
yeah.
I don't know that the people that you're getting on this podcast have anything to do with Marvel or DC movies or characters at the moment. But
Well, you know what I mean? Indie comics, whatever.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
You
saying?
want the medium
Yeah,
itself, not so much
basically,
the actual.
basically what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want people to understand that indie comics, we are a family. We are a whole. You know what I'm saying? We're coming up as a whole. We all are body a body. We all are body. One is the leg, one is the other leg, one is the arm, one is the arm, and you know what I'm saying. And we all have to all work at one accord and work together to build each other up. And in the industry, it's not. There are certain parts of the industry that I do not like, bro. I
Well, you're
can't
never going
stand
to
it.
get away from that. That's going to be everywhere. So you either have to adapt or you have to overcome.
And
It's
I
not going
overcame that shit
anywhere.
a while ago. I overcame that a while ago. I see it sometime and I'm like, damn. I wish I wish people would understand, like, a lot of the shit that we're doing, or it's growing, but we have to understand that, you know, we have to understand that a lot of people, they don't know their identity in this industry yet.
Dude, people don't know their identity in real life. Like some people, like I didn't. I've gone through 2 marriages, and just now am I figuring out what I'm looking for in somebody I want to be with. I did not know that
Hmm.
when I was with wife number 1 or wife number 2, and that's not their fault. So when you say people are struggling with their identity in comics, I challenge you to say people are struggling with their identity like in fucking life, and it just bleeds into what they're doing in comics. So
Of course, of course.
I,
It's fun. It's fun to me. It's fun to me that we have the same attitude, and basically it's making it seem like it's your show, right? Make it seem like it's your show, and I like that. I like that attitude. Push through. You're the like on entrepreneur. When you work for yourself, you win some, you lose some, but be okay with work through. Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
You know,
Ava is a once Ava gets a taste for you, like nonstop support. Like that's all you're gonna
hell
get.
yeah,
So
hell yeah.
Ava's good people.
Well, yeah. One thing I learned is that a lot about my followers is that they want something real. They want people that they love. You know what I'm saying? If they once they start to really get to know you and really start to love you, once they
Well, let
start
me
to see
offer
you.
you this. Try not to call them followers. Try to
Well,
call them
fans.
supporters. Don't call them fans. They're
Well,
supporters.
damn.
No, no, no. They're supporters. They're supporting you
Supporters. I'm sorry about that.
because
Supporters.
until you're walking red carpets with Brad Pitt and those motherfuckers, you don't have fans. These people
Yeah.
aren't your fans. They are supporting you. They like you. They like what you're about. They like things that you're doing and moves that you're making and the products that you make. So they're supporting you. People that
Right.
just show up
Right.
because you were in their favorite movie, those are fans. So I like for me, I like to believe that I have supporters.
She's that French stammer. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. And, I love supporters because at least the supporters know who you are, and they
Yes.
know that they
They're
know that
invested in you. They're invested in you, not just your product. They're invested in you and what you're about.
exactly. That's exactly what I've been trying to tell people. And what's the difference between a fan and a supporter to you?
I fucking just did a whole 30-minute fucking conversation on that.
Exactly. You answer my question without me asking it. The reason why I asked that is because I've been saying it on this show for so freaking long. You know what I mean? And it's like damn, like, can we at least? And I got a lot of different opinions, and I'm like, yeah, I get your opinion. I love your opinion, but damn, we
Well,
we got to get on the road. You know what I mean? We got to get on the road because, whoo,
I think you may have lost me in that metaphor, but I'm still here with you.
I lose everybody in the metaphors, baby. I know. See, I lose all the people. I mean, hey, you lost me a lot with the metaphorical too. You know what I'm saying? No, but on some honest tip, like with the show, with this show, it brings the best out of people. And what I mean by that, it brings the best out of me, even when I don't want to do the shows. Even when I want to postpone the goddamn shit, it makes me want to just do it even more. I'm addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're addicted to the grind, and you're addicted to the grind and uh the success that you know is attainable. That's what
hell
you're
yeah.
addicted to. And I find myself very much the same way. Like, I don't like begging people to find work,
Hmm.
but I love the grind because I know that I'm on my way to doing something special, right? But
Hmm.
the only way to do that, so knowing that that's coming at some point, somehow, is what keeps me going. That's the grind I love. I don't love sitting down at the drawing table and just drawing shit I don't like. I don't like getting on Facebook and acting like I'm friends with everybody, but I do like the knowing where I'm going, and that's what I find like that's it for me.
Well, this question. I have a segment on about the show, right? If you have your own comic, right?
I
And which
do.
you got your own comic, and you have an all-star team. If you want to put a whole all-star
Oh,
team, who would that whole all-star team be to make the most kick-ass perfect comic that you know is going to sell? You got you
uh,
got you
I,
got 60 seconds. You got
no,
60
oh
seconds.
no, no, you got to put a timer on it. I can't. You cannot ask me to come up with those answers and then say 60 seconds. That's
All
bullshit,
right, all right,
man.
all right, all right. Let me go back. Let me go back. All right.
Here,
All right, let me take
I'll
time
break it
limit
down
off.
for you. So I'm gonna write it because it's my guy. It's be my character.
Okay, okay,
But
okay,
I promise you, I would have 50 variant covers because
okay,
I would
okay.
get all. I would have the Todd McFarlane. I would have the Jim Lee. I'd have the Mark Silvestri. Like, I'd have the Dale Keown cover. I'd have a Sam Keith cover. Like, all of those people would have covers.
Right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But I think on the inside, I would either have McFarlane or Jim Lee do my interiors.
Okay.
And
You
I
would
don't
have.
know enough about lettering to say, oh, I want the greatest letterer, but we'll just say the guy from Blambot because he's
Okay.
pretty awesome.
Okay. Okay. So who would you have as your inker?
Oh well, shit, I don't know. Like, to me, drawing is drawing it. Like, I guess in my dream world, I would have paid them enough. They're inking their own shit.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hey
I
Ben,
know a lot of guys. All right, I give you mine. I give you mine. I give you mine. All right, I would have to write it because I'm a great writer, man. Like, I'd never see. I focus more on my writing now than my drawing because I love writing now. I
hmm
love writing shit, and drawing. I stopped drawing because it got, and now I'm a businessman, and it's like I had to put
sounds
one
like you're
down for
making
a while.
excuses.
No, no, I put one down because it's, what I'm saying, it took a lot of time up, so I had to just, fill it out, and why not? You know what I mean? I
I'm
thought
hearing
about
a
it
lot
like
of
this.
excuses.
I thought about it like this. Why not pay somebody to help you get this thing done, get it out faster?
No, all. Yes, I agree with you totally. Like, I pay people to draw shit for me because I don't like drawing pages in comic books. I like
Yeah,
drawing
I don't.
covers,
I'm
but
not good at drawing pages in comics. That's why I pay somebody to do it.
yeah, same for me. Like, and I say that because I'm not willing to do the work to learn how to do it correctly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could draw pages, but I have not invested the right amount of time and energy to being good at pages. And I
Hmm.
don't want to start now. Like, I just want to keep moving forward with the things I've already made progress on.
Mm-hmm.
which is probably not the best way to do things, but I'm already like, I've got enough shit going on that I'm halfway good at that I don't need to find something else and start at zero and try to catch up.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And that's why I stopped drawing for a while because man, I it's kind of hard because when
If it was
you're
easy, everybody would do it.
it's so fucking hard, man. Like so
It's not
fucking
hard to draw. It's hard to draw well. It's hard to draw and have other people appreciate it.
well, yes, man. Because I mean, because a lot of people, damn, a lot of people criticize when you don't even ask them for a criticism.
Dude, then you better not fucking put that shit on the internet then. Because that's all that
Yeah,
internet is for.
yeah. I'm not
You're
good at
saying,
taking criticism.
judge my shit. So if
Yeah,
you don't want people to see it, then you have to just keep it in your house and invite people over to come look at it. But if you you're not going to get away from that. So you just have to either be stronger than that or do better.
shit. I'm working on it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I'm
get
working
it, dude.
on it.
I'm not, and by no means am I putting you down. I'm simply
No, 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 no.
like,
I'm
that's what
listening.
it is.
No, no, no. See, and that's the thing. Um, I see that I'm a work in progress when it comes to
Who's
this
not?
shit.
Who's
Hey,
not a work in progress?
we all gotta admit it. At least I'm admitting this shit. I'm a mistake machine, goddamn. I fuck up quick. You know what I'm saying? But hey, at least or get someone to look it over before throwing it out there. Hell yeah, hell yeah,
Even,
hell yeah.
even that won't work. I mean, I mean, look, they have hundreds of professional people working on the movie Shazam, but yet people are all over it. They have 100 people telling everybody that the Bud Light bottle is great, and then some people shit on it. Like, no matter what you put into the world, there's gonna be somebody to take a steamer on it, and you can't
Hmm.
get away from that, no matter how many professionals you put on it.
Very yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like Rob Liefeld. People hate his work. A lot of people hate his work. I don't know why, but
I do know
he has
why.
a he has a unique style. I mean,
He does have a dude. I'm not gonna lie. So in the '90s, I was he was in the group of people. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go buy or get some pouches. We're gonna have some metal shit going on. Everybody's gonna have the mouth that goes like this, and then everyone's gonna have the same eyes and the same face. And I was all about Rob Liefeld. That was great stuff. What I'm disappointed with is that he hasn't gotten better. It doesn't
mm,
appear that he's gotten better because everybody's you're supposed to see growth, and I don't think I've seen that. So I know I'm not as impressed with 2023 Rob Liefeld as I am with a 1990 Liefeld. Like that,
hmm.
even though he was still not drawing hands or feet or whatever, but that was where you jumped in. The dude was fucking like 19 or 20 years old, whatever, you know? That's
Hmm.
awesome. But I'm just kind of disappointed that his work didn't improve like a lot of the other guys did.
Right, and that's why when it comes to like Todd McFarlane, I'm quite sure he's had some times where people hated on his shit, where he
Oh, he
was.
gets a lot of shit. He gets a lot of shit. And they're valid points. But what you can't
Yeah,
take away is what Rob Liefeld brought to the industry in the 90s.
he brought that rock star. They brought that rock star, style to it.
Yeah, well, I
Mm,
mean, there was a lot of stuff that Rob Liefeld did that was just like, it was like, wow, we've never seen shit like this.
mm,
And so you can't take that away. The reason people are all up his ass is because he has a very distinct way of drawing weird hands and shit that are just like not holding things. But yes, you can pick at everybody all day long. Like you could say,
I,
oh, well, Todd McFarlane draws really cartoon eyes on his, super detailed pieces. Why does he give
I,
them such big fucking eyes?
I can
Everybody's
see the
got their
strain on
thing.
your face. I can see the strain on your face. I can see the strain on your face when you talk about.
I love drawing, and I like people that fucking do shit I like to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some work where it was hard for my eyes to see. I mean, I heard a lot of people get on John Romita Jr., the son of John
Yeah, I know
Romita,
who he is.
and I'm like, why
He
do
was like
y'all hate his
Type
work?
2. I was walking beside. I was like at Dragon Con, and he was walked up to the Euro next to me. I go, God dang, man! I thought a kid. He was a small guy.
uh okay. You gave me a question. You gave me a question. So out of all the people, who are some of the artists some of the big guys that you would like to work with someday?
Oh, I thought we did that with the super team that I
Mm-mm.
would like to assemble.
No, 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 no. That was basically putting together a book. This is just wanting to work with one.
I I don't know how to answer that question because I I don't. I just want to work. I don't have a like. I don't have. I can't, I don't have the answer to that question. Like, who do I want to work with? What because I don't think like that. Not because I just don't think that way. The
Okay.
way I think about it is I want to be so good at what I'm doing that I get to work with people like that, whoever they are.
Right, right.
I just
Okay,
want
okay.
I just want to be good
Depends
enough
on how the other
that
person
those
works.
people find me.
Do that. Do that. Okay, okay. All right. Next, another question. Another question. Okay. Okay. So in the industry, right? So what are the things that if you had the power to do so, what are some of the things in the industry that you would change
Currently or like back in the day?
currently and back in the day?
Let's see. Like so when I first started I wish I had kept the comics in better condition. First off, like when I was in the 90s and 80s, I wish I'd have kept those in better condition. Uh, I wish if there was anything I could do for the 90s, 80s comics,
Uh huh.
I would love for them to have discovered the printing technique that Image did in the late 90s, like the
Okay.
high vivid colors and the non-newsprint paper, like the stepping up the quality of the paper and the ink and
Mm-hmm.
that process. Can you imagine how cool some of those colors would have been if they weren't just sticking to like the four color press and shit like that, like if they were doing
Mm-hmm.
digital colors? It may not have been
Mm-hmm.
available back then, but that's the only thing I can think that if that had happened sooner, I'd have really fucking had a boner. Like
Oh yeah.
that'd have been awesome.
So okay. So what do you think about? What do you feel about digital comics? Do you feel like it should go back to physical, or do you think
I think
digital
it has to
comics?
be. I don't think it has to be one or the other. I
Okay.
don't. I don't. Uh, I think a lot of people are miss. They're doing it incorrectly, or they're doing it with poor intentions. Like everybody's buying comic books because they think it's going to be like worth $10,000 in a couple of 10 years or whatever. But the truth is, it's probably not. But it's the first appearance of some new character, so we made a whole bunch of them, and so they're not consuming the digital goods simply because they think like I need to own the physical copy so I can get it slabbed and it'll be worth fucking $500 in 20 years. You're like, really? Is it worth that much? But I don't give a shit either way. Just consume my product.
Right. Right. Right.
I'll give it to you however you want. Now, me personally, I like
Personally.
to have shit on my wall that I can look at.
So you
And
like physical prints?
I like the physical, but only because I enjoy looking at cool shit. So, and I have room to look at cool shit everywhere in my room. So, and I don't read very well,
Okay.
and my eyesight is bad. So, if I had like all them things on Kindle, it would be painful, and so it's just not for me. But I don't think
Right.
it has to be one or the other.
Right. 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 And that's something that I've heard from a lot of people where they
You
was
can
like,
do it. I don't think anybody will ever have said it better than Stan Lee did.
okay.
Comic books are like titties. You got to get nothing beats the real thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. True that. True that. I mean, and that's why when I do bring out Part two is
You
got
said
is
doo doo.
well, you know what I mean. Do poo poo. You know shit. You know,
When you do bring out
but
part two, you say,
when I do bring out part two of Jarhead, I'm gonna have digitals and physicals as a way of because I know I got to mix people of that want physical and that want digital. So uh, they're real if I can touch them. Ha 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 ha. I ain't know you was a freak like that, Eva. Freaky, freaky, freaky,
but
freaky.
yeah. So there's no downside to putting a PDF on your website or offering it a part of your
Right.
Kickstarter.
Okay. So all right. So for your physical, would you price your physical like you price your?
I think now you're just picking my brain, but so for me, I don't want my when I sell a digital copy, I think it's more of like just it's like a receipt for the thank you. They're probably not going to read it, but I want to have offered that to them. So I will put usually like if I'm doing a Kickstarter, like I'll say a digital copy is $5.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, a physical printed copy is probably about $5 as well. And you would think that would be cheaper. But for me, this is just it's you donating money to the cause, but I feel better about giving you something for it.
Right,
I
right,
don't
right.
I can't tell you many people. I don't talk to a lot of people. We've already established that. But I don't know that most people, when they get their free copy or their digital copy, when they do a Kickstarter, I don't know that people really look at those.
Oh man, I could, you know, from when I was selling my physical my digital prints. See the stuttering. When I stole shit. When I sold my digital print, digital prints of my books, right? A lot of people would tell me, "Oh, I read it. I read it. It was cool, but I want the physical too." I'm like,
Oh well,
"All
in my
right,
Kickstarter, you offer that. So here's the thing.
okay,
So when people back the Kickstarter, you have donate $1 just to be a good person. Donate $5, you get a digital copy. You donate $10, you get a physical copy and a digital copy.
all
So
right,
anybody that backs my crowdfunding campaign, I will send them a link that they can download the copy, even if it wasn't part of their package. Like I'll just
all
send them
right,
the link because I'm like, hey, you can have it. You know, I don't advertise that everybody's going to get it on the
right."
Kickstarter, so to speak, but it doesn't cost me anything, and like I'll give everybody the link.
Hell
I
yeah,
want
hell
them to
yeah.
read it. I want them to like it more than I want the $5 they were gonna. I want them to enjoy what I'm making and come back or ask for more or support me next time I'm doing something.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, because that's the best way to go. You know what I mean? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, too. I would like for all of you who's watching, who was watching, who is watching, who will be watching after the show, to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell and to see everything of the In Your Face show whenever we are live and in color. Back to the subject at hand.
All
Back
right.
to what you were saying, sir.
No, I completed. I just said like it doesn't have to be one or the other. So when I do crowdfunding, there is an opportunity to get both digital and a physical. Because sometimes uh, you know, the physical one will be $20, diamond encrusted cover or signed and autographed and shit, and people want to keep that in the bag. So they
Right,
might
right,
they,
right.
they might read the digital copy and then just not even mess with the one that's signed and bagged and stuff. Or they may just like from my case, I'll just buy it and look at the cover and I'll just put it on the wall and say, "Ooh, that's cool," and I won't even read the story.
True that, true that, true that. Because I've had a lot of people say, read this story, and I asked them, what was your favorite part? They were like, all of it. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
all
that's
right.
code for I didn't fucking look at it.
I figured that. I'm like, okay, I get you, I get you. All right, let me get to these comments before we go further. Okay, what's up, my brother? She out. Beast Boxer Tiger. What's up, my brother Hector? I love you, bro. Ava said, depending on the cover art. You damn right. That's true. That's true. Kristen said, hey, swag and guest. Hey, Kristen, love you. And Hector said, that's what's up. Oh, yes, that's what's up, brother. And Kristen said, congratulations on your 20th
Your
episode.
120th podcast episode.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love y'all. Mwah. Gotcha. But nah, I actually feel that our I feel that, you know what I'm saying, when people buy the books, when people are buying, like, the digital, they're buying our blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Yeah,
They're
but
buying,
yeah, I get it, but I don't think that they give a shit.
yeah,
They'll non-comic book people will not know how much effort you've put into creating that thing. They don't understand the back and forth between you and the artist, you and the colorist, you and the penciler, you and the inker, you and the cover artist, you and the editor, you and the printer who's got to format all the pages. They don't understand that that's a lot of fucking work. And then when they turn their nose up to you talking about is $10 for this, like, go suck a dick, man. Golly, like, do you realize, like, they'll never know because they're under the impression that comic book is $5. Like, they think that everybody's Marvel and DC and they've printed a million copies and it's just easy to find all this shit. But when you're small, they don't realize that you're coming out of your own pocket to pay the printer, to pay the artist, to pay the pencil. You've paid for that out of your pocket. And all you're asking them to do is to support you so you can pay yourself back for the money you've already invested.
yeah. Christian said, I on the other hand do understand because it's a skill that not everyone can make.
No, and yes, Chris is right. It is a skill, but I'm talking. It's not just a skill, but I'm talking like the entire workload of comic book production, like the emails, the lates, the send that back to the colorist, and this doesn't match, and this isn't right. All of that fucking headache shit is a lot of what no one really gets a chance to see until they make a comic or do some sort of production. When you make a movie, make a video, do whatever it is that causes a group effort.
That's true. True that. That's something that I've always wondered, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of folks, they tend to think that comics are just books. They're not just books. They're collector's items if you collect them, you know?
Well, I don't think people that aren't creative don't know, and it's not a bad thing, but people that aren't creative don't know how much really goes into uh, making something creative. All right. So, have you ever been on a movie set? Have you ever been on a TV show set or a commercial set?
No. But I want to.
There's a lot of fucking people, right? Everybody has their job to bring one writer's work to life. One writer, maybe two, wrote this thing. But for the day, you've got 500 people working on the electric system. You've got 20 carpenters building the set that's going to be there. Like, when you think about the amount of work and the amount of people that have to all cohesively work together to create that 20-minute, episode of Friends, whatever the show is, a 30-minute episode, 22 minutes. When you think about all the shit that has to go right for that 22 minutes to exist, anybody who is not really a creative or understands that doesn't see all of that, doesn't understand the whole credits that go at the end of a production. All of
Mm-hmm.
those people, that's a lot of fucking people you have to have on board to make this one little thing work. So this little floppy ass comic book, like, how many people did it take to make that happen? And creative people get to experience that firsthand, whereas a lot of people will never fully understand how much work goes into bringing a creative thing to fruition.
Mm, that's real. That's real, man. That's why I love it. I love doing it because it's
Yeah.
fun.
It part of the fun is the assembly. It's the
Hmm.
ringleader, keeping all of the people together and trying, what is the saying? Trying to herd cats.
Because I mean, I think that I think acting and comics, it works hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
It
I
does to
think it
me.
see it works hand in hand because I think it see because you have to have a whole team when it comes to act when it comes to the scene
Well, you at least have to have a
the
scene
set.
partner.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
to have a
And you have
director,
to
you gotta have a director of photography, you have to have the sound guy, you have to have the scene partner, you have to like, everything. It's fucking amazing.
when it comes to okay when it comes to acting and all that stuff. What is the average pay that an actor get? The
Oh, well,
average.
I'm not even, uh there's SAG minimum. So if you do a SAG production, there's a SAG minimum wage. I think it's like $1,000 a day. Like I think that's the lowest you're supposed to be able to get paid on a SAG production, but you have to be in that SAG union to command that. And there's a lot of productions that are outside of a union production, which they can pay you in Fruit Loops if they wanted to, and you agreed to it. So
Mm,
when you're at where I am, you'll do anything just to be seen and just to get the experience and to increase your network. So I will do things almost on my own dime. I'll drive to your city and pay for my own meals just to be a part of what you're doing, because I want to get the exercise and doing acting. I want to do more of it and be better at it. And the only way to do that is to do it more. I also want to
hmm
increase my network of people that I know and have worked with. So when I go and do this thing, because I drove to Birmingham, the director that was doing this small project may one day be in charge of a hit television show on HBO. And then I will still be, doing acting. He's like, oh, I remember you came and did that thing for me and you did it on your own dime. And I remember, so let me return the favor. It's all cyclical, man. Like you put out and you don't put out expecting anything, but you put out knowing that sometimes it could come back. Dude,
Hell
it's
yeah.
fucking magic. So I don't get paid much to do the stuff that I do. I'm not at that level yet.
Oh, awesome. That's very awesome because I plan on getting into acting one day soon. You
I,
know what I
I'm
mean?
still I'm still taking I take classes.
Oh shit.
I've been taking classes for about 18 months now.
Is it
But
is it is it
go ahead.
fun?
Is it fun? Yes, or I wouldn't continue to do it. I have to pay to go to these classes. So if it wasn't
Ah,
fun, I'd save myself some money and not do it.
true that.
Well,
True that.
because
True that.
it's fun, I feel that I'm improving and I can't wait to do it more to see if I'm any good at it. I find it
Right.
fun. I think I'll be good. I don't think and I say that I think I'll be good enough to continue to work, but I'm not going to bring home an Oscar or anything, probably not, but I think I could do this for the rest of my days once I get established.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's something that you see, down the road, man. Like you see, and that's why I love a person like you and myself because you you see this what you want to do, and not a lot of people have that passion to
Yeah,
see
but
what
that's
they
why
want
I've
to
had to
do.
cut a lot of people out of my life. I don't have people in my life because you have to realize what people are trying to do and what, like, you start seeing people for what they truly are and you have to cut the dead weight.
Hell yeah, I'm still learning that. I'm still learning that
You'll
as a
always be
man.
learning, but right now I'm in a good spot. I'm sure that I'll still make plenty of mistakes, but you don't get to be 47 years old and have zero friends without learning some lessons.
True that, true that, true that, true that. And that's something that has to be learned. You never stop learning, and
Mhm.
God is never done with you, and that's what I always love about God.
Shit, I'm not done with me, but okay.
Well, hey, man, thank you, man. Thank you for just love, man. Thank you for showing the love, and thank you for just bringing your
Well, thank
energy.
you for having me, swagnificent one. And thank you to all of your viewers and listeners and everybody else who's supporting the In Your Face podcast, In Your
In
Face
your
Show
face.
podcast.
You damn right. And but not see, I have a thing where I have a show where I'm working on producing, and it's called the In Your Face Con, right?
Oh, convention.
Yeah, the In Your Face. It's going to be a theme where everybody can come and sell their stuff. All the people that's been on the show, even the comedians, can come and perform and do a comedic set. All the actors can come and premiere their
All
movies
right.
and
You're hurting my brain right now. You just said you've never been to a convention, right?
right.
Holy shit, son. There is so much shit that goes into putting on a convention. I want zero part of what those people have to put up with. That
Oh,
just
what kind of
do,
shit?
do your due diligence, ask around, watch, educate yourself, and see if you still want to do it. But fuck, those are some special people that put on shows, man.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's something, you know, some people can't handle it. Some people
I'm not,
can. You
and I'm
never
not
know.
saying you can't handle it. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
you
no. I
can't.
understand. I understand that.
I'm
No, no.
saying you might be a little naive as to what it's going to take.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to rock because it's something that I want to do. And, if I
Fucking do it.
I fail at one of it, yeah. I done fell at a million of things and shit, got right back up and got knocked back down one again, got
This
right
can
back
be
up. You know what
this
I'm
one can be very costly. So just
saying? Hey,
educate yourself.
that's why I'm working on getting the funds to doing it. You know what I mean? But not also honestly, also for anybody that wants to get booked on the show. Hey Brian, if you know anybody that wants to come on the show and promote their books, let me know. Give me a shout out. Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know anybody. And if there's anybody that want to promote their business, promote anything, I'm your man. I got you.
All right.
So just come and have some fun. You saw it. He had all the fun in his world, all the fun. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
can promise you this: that all of the guests will not be nearly as fucking cool as I am.
Hey, he said it. Y'all good. So y'all gotta come with your A game when
But
y'all
it's
come on
up
the
to the
show.
viewers to watch every episode and see if I'm right or not.
Hey, they say we'll see. We'll see. Hey, we'll see. So for all of that, thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more. And
Boy, you
this is
got to
the
work on that
In
watch
Your
part.
First Show. We out with Mr. Brian Silverback. And we out. Peace.